welcome back to my channel. It's been freaking forever. Yeah, I'm a little, I don't know why I'm nervous. It's been really like a long time since I just sat here and recorded. But anyways, yeah. For today's look, I'm going to be picking up 2 new palettes that I received over Christmas from my mom. So I'm super excited to create a look with those eyeshadow palettes. But anyways, before I keep rambling, let's go ahead and get this video started. Okay, so I haven't done my skincare routine because I wanted to show you guys my new skincare routine and just to like update you guys. Now that I work for Lancome, yo girl got all the bougie shit. Yes. Okay, so to start off my face, the first thing I always do is pick up my Genifique from Lancome. This is gonna, like, this hydrates and it's gonna give you like that what is it called, that youthful look that everybody wants to look super young, you know what I mean? And it doesn't like just hydrate you for like 20 minutes. No, this shit hydrates you all day. And it's a self-loading pump. It's a self-loading applicator. So you hear that little click and then you open it, and then there's that self-loading pump. So all that serum should be enough for your whole face. Okay, so for the second thing, we're going to be picking up the Lancome Renogy Lift Multi-Action. This is going to lift, tighten, and firm my face. And then it also like prevents wrinkles, fine lines, any of that good stuff. So baby, for future, like when I'm 40, I should still look like I'm 20. And then just to add a little bit more, what you call it, skincare to my face. Not skincare, but like, how do I say? I guess, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. And then I have a little sample of vitamin C for my work. So I'm just gonna put a drop. Oh, that was a little nano drop. And then I'm just gonna massage it. La la. Guys, I'm so excited to just be sitting here. Oh. Okay, now for the under eyes, I'm going to be picking up the Dr. Bandit. This is a 24/7 retinol eye cream. And I usually just put a little dot under my eyeballs. And then when I blend it in, I just like look up, massage it in a little bit, and then I'll bring it down on my smile line and then on my brow bone up here. What wrinkles? Somebody told me that the other day at work, oh my god, you have such a beautiful skin, you have no wrinkles. And I want to be like, ma'am, I'm only 23. How the fuck am I gonna have wrinkles? Okay, and now I'm gonna pick up this In Beauty Project Setting Mist. Okay, now for primer, let's pick up the Glassy Touch and Soul Skin Balm. And I'm just dipping into it with the end of my brush because I do not want to dip my finger in that. After working at a counter, you literally like hear all that nasty shit that people have under their nails, and then they just put it on their... No. That is disgusting. It smells so good. I have a fat ass pimple right here. These are just like pimples going away. Hey, you guys are gonna laugh at the little foundation I got. The freaking foundation is so expensive at work, so we're allowed to take samples. So baby, you know I'd be taking all the samples. Samples. On a serious note, this is the Tentadol Ultra Wear Foundation from Lancome. This is one of their newest foundations that they came out with. They also came out with another one too, but this one, bitch, let me tell you right now, this shit is full coverage, literally full coverage, and I don't even have to touch up my face at all during the day. Usually I don't ever have to, but I'm dead ass. I don't even have to look at my face. I don't have to make sure my makeup looks okay, because I know and I literally trust in this foundation that, like, at the end of the day when I get home, my makeup looks the same as it did this morning when I left, type thing. It's fucking mind blowing. Okay, so I started using my Lancome foundation brush. Literally makes such a huge difference from going to this to this. Everyone was like, oh, we don't use foundation brushes anymore, we use these. But fuck the sponge, we use this. This gives me that full coverage. It gives me like an even look all over my face, and I don't need a shit ton of foundation like I do with the beauty sponge. So we'll fast forward this part, but you guys are gonna be fucking amazed. Like, I'm not even being dramatic. Okay, so I have my mirror in front of me. I have literally like 3 mirrors right here, and I'm just gonna go in, literally just, and I like to tap it. You can see the foundation right there, and I'll just like tap it in. And usually when I do like clients makeup at work, that's usually how I do it too, so it works out for everybody. And I'll just start with a little bit of foundation and then just like drag it down. You literally do not need that much foundation with this shit, and it's fucking crazy because usually with most foundations they'll tell you, oh, you only need 1 pump, and you put that shit on, you're like, this bitch lied to me, I need more than 1 pump. But literally you only need 1 pump. I probably put like a 1.5 pumps since I don't have like the actual foundation bottle. It's hard to measure it out. Look at that. And that's just this section of my face, and I still have all this foundation left. Y'all, I'm not playing. This is my absolute favorite foundation. Like, I'm not kidding. Y'all know I love a full coverage face. If you've been watching my channel, I don't even use any more of my drugstore foundations, like straight Lancome samples, baby. Soon enough I'll buy the bottle because it's definitely worth the $60 or $57 or what is it? It's $47, excuse me. And then even like on my chin area, I have a little like blemishes. So if the foundation doesn't cover it, it covers most of it. But like if I put a shit ton of foundation, then a shit ton of concealer, I'm about to look caked. We don't want that. So even like you can see I'm peeking through a little bit. I'm not even worried about it because I know once I put concealer, that shit's gone. I hope you guys liked my Find California video. That shit was so much fun, you guys. Literally, if you guys want to be a beauty advisor, I definitely highly suggest you guys try and work for Lancome. They are the type of people to fucking take care of you, and I'm not even kidding. I know people say that just to say it, but I'm dead ass. They fed us. They gave us like cards to have like what is it called? Like cards that have money on them for us to go eat like dinner in the hotel. They freaking made us breakfast every morning. Like, it was insane. Whenever I was in the interview and she was like, yeah, the girls last year flew to California, I thought she was like bullshitting me. I thought she was just trying to like, you know, get me to work there. But sure enough, the same day, the freaking, not the counter manager, but the person above the counter manager, his boss, called me and was like, hey Stephanie, everybody is flying out tomorrow, blah blah blah, we have 30 minutes left to add you to the registry before it's too late. And I was like, they're fucking like, no, they're just playing with me right now. Sure enough, she sends me my like info of my plane ticket, like when my flight is, and I literally just quit my next job. I quit looking to my hotel job. Bye! Because they were being assholes. Because my family was having some issues and I called out of work. Mind you, I don't ever call out. So the one time the 2 times that I did, because of some family issues, they told me just to not come in the next day. But I can come in the day after that. So I was like, fuck that. I'm going to California. The training was amazing. We learned like new techniques, like how to put foundation on, how to massage somebody's face, how to do skincare, You guys, like literally it was freaking awesome, and never in my life have I ever met so many nice people in Burr. And I usually don't get along with girls at all. Girls don't like me. Like, I don't know why. They don't. Some do, some don't. So it is what it is. But all the girls there were so nice. They might have not liked me, but they definitely were nice as shit to me, and I definitely appreciated that. So yeah. Okay, so for concealer, CoverGirl Clean Invisible, and then the CoverGirl True Blend. But yeah, that trip was freaking awesome. I was sad. I wanted to come home, but only for that stupid ass boy, and he's not in my life anymore, so we ain't even gonna talk about him. But yeah, I really should have gone out and had drinks and like went out with everybody else, which I didn't because I'm an idiot. But it was such a good time. Such a good time. Like literally, I cannot wait. Like I hope one day in the future I have money to buy my own ticket and be like, bye bitches, I'm gonna go on vacation. Okay, and now we're gonna use the sponge. This is the only time I use the sponge to blend out my concealer. The one thing about the Lancome fucking concealer, that shit is full coverage, like full motherfucking coverage. Like, I'm not even playing. I just don't like that it's not brightening, which is why I wasn't using it. But watch this. Look at that. Once we put some powder over it, oh, snatch. I make the ugliest faces when I blend out my concealer, but I cannot help it. And I'll go ahead and just put some on the other eye. I just want to blend this out first before it dries and then that shit looks horrible. The CoverGirl True Blend dries hella fast. It dries as fast as like the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. And then, you know, y'all know when that one dries, you cannot blend that shit out to save your life. Like, you gotta take all that shit off and start over. So now for my under eyes, I started not using translucent powder from like Too Faced or Tarte. I picked up the Black Radiance, and I am obsessed with the way this makes my under eyes look. Like, obsessed. It has like a yellowish undertone to it, but whenever I wipe it away, it doesn't look like that. So I'm just gonna pack it in and just look up as I do it. Covered on a nasty ass pimple. It's not even a pimple anymore. And then I'm gonna put some on my forehead since I have this like pimple going away. And then a little bit on my chin. And I usually just let that sit there until I put my face powder on. Okay, now for brows, we're gonna use this Brow Bar by Rima. I've been using this since I got it in my BoxyCharm, and at first I thought it was a little bit too dark, but I figured out a trick how to lighten up my brows if they're too dark, so I'll definitely show you guys. But for this part, we're just gonna fast forward it, that way you guys are like, this bitch is still talking? Okay, bitches, we got brows on. Let's pick up some brow gel. This is from Urban Decay. I need a new one, because this one doesn't really keep my brows still. Like it does, but it doesn't, if that makes sense. Okay, now I need some powder for my powder. Okay, we're gonna use a Lancome number 7 brush with my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte powder. This is in the shade, pretty sure 100. Yeah, 100 Porcelain. Now, for a full coverage, look, you wanna push the brush in, and it'll give you that full coverage. Look at that, compared to this side. Okay, now I'm gonna pick up my Too Faced setting powder. There's already a little bit on there, so I'm just gonna dip into it with my beauty sponge from ColourPop, and I'm just gonna put a little bit over my brows. And this is a little trick I do to like lighten them up after I've colored them in. And I'll just let that sit while I do my eyeshadow. Okay, bitches! We got 2 new ColourPop palettes. Yes! It's my pleasure. This is Going Coconuts. So excited. My mom knows the stuff that I love, which I love. Thank you so much, Mom. But anyways, so we're gonna start off with the Going Coconuts palette. Look at these beautiful shades. Yes! Okay, so for the first shade, we're gonna start with Colada, which is this lighter brown shade right here in this corner of the palette. And we're going to be using a Lancome number 17 eyeshadow brush. And we're just going to dip into it. Wait, we didn't set the lid. We didn't put any concealer. I forgot. I didn't bring any down here. And I'm trying to be very careful so I don't mix any of the powder and the concealer, because I'm gonna have to wash my whole face and start over. So let's go ahead and set that concealer real quick. I'm gonna dip into Shredded, which is this really pretty like cream shade right here. And I'm just gonna pat it. You guys, once you see me start blending with this brush, oh my, it is such a freaking awesome ass brush. Like, I have so many Morphe, Sephora, and I was like, when they gave me these brushes, I was like, oh cool, you know? Babbage. Now I know like why they're so expensive. First of all, they're made with like real human hair. So it's not like prickly or like uncomfortable or anything like that. Okay, now let's go ahead and dip into this brownish shade. Okay. And I usually just start on the top, like on the outer corner right here, and then just like blend it into the inner part of the eye. I just want to give the lid a little bit of color before we add like the pinks and stuff, because the pink stains my eyes so bad. I'm pretty sure it stains everybody's, but it annoys me. You guys, I'm gonna be on Daily Beauty Snapchat story in May. I'm so excited. I definitely forgot about that. I don't know why I like randomly just thought about that, but I'm literally gonna be on a snap recording a freaking makeup tutorial. Look how much lighter my brows look. I was doing a client's makeup at work, or my counter manager was, and he has a hard time like shaping brows. So he was like, Stephanie, can you come over here please and shape her brows for me, or like fill them in? I was like, yeah, for sure. And I accidentally did one a little bit too dark than the other. It's really hard doing somebody else's brows because you don't know like how they like them shaped, if they like them shaped how their brows are, if they like them overlined because they don't have enough hair or whatever, you know. So I just filled them in. I just followed her natural shape and filled them in, and I accidentally did one a little harsher than the other. So I was like, I told my counter manager, I was like, Aiden, just put translucent powder over both of them and it'll lighten them up and it'll make them look even. Sure enough, he just grabbed like a big fluffy brush and just, you know, patted it over the brows and then wiped it away. Boom, them bitches matched. And she was like, I was like, yes! It made me so excited. Okay, now we have one shade on, so I think that's super pretty. That brown, sis, beautiful. Now we're gonna pick up the It's My Pleasure palette. I love this palette. And we're gonna dip into Kitten Fish, which is this pinkish shade right here. And we're gonna start in the corner and bring it in. The same way we did that other shade. I'm hungry. We might pick up another ColourPop palette. I'm kind of thinking of like blending the other shade from that palette on the top. Okay, I'm gonna pick up my Lilac You a Lot palette and we're gonna dip into Ghostin', which is this lighter pink right here, and I want to blend it on the top of both of these shades. Like right here. Oh, that is so pretty. My god, that is so pretty. It's like an ombre almost. It's like pink on the top and then it goes a little bit darker and then purple. Looks like purplish. I like that. Now let's add a little shimmer from a shimmer. Let's go ahead and dip into Earthquake. Or what the heck? I don't know where the heck I got Earthquake from. We're dipping back into It's My Pleasure and we're gonna dip into Earth Shine, which is this really pretty shade right here. I'm just gonna dip into it with my finger and just put some over my lid. I'm really not a fan of glitter, so I'm just gonna put a little bit right here. Just to give it a little bit more color. Let me go ahead and fast forward the other eye. Okay, for the inner corner, we're gonna pick up a Going Coconuts palette. I'm obsessed with this freaking shade to highlight my inner corner. We're dipping into Palm Rita, which is this shade right here. Bitch, watch this. Some lady told me yesterday she thought I had eye boogers in my eyes. She wanted to know what that was. I was like, man, that's highlighter. She was like, oh my goodness, I thought that was eye boogers. No, bitch. I really want to be like, no bitch. But I didn't. You know, because I gotta be professional at my work. Okay, I'm gonna dip into Lilac You a Lot again. And we're gonna dip into Iffy, which is this really, really purple shade right here. And I'm just gonna really dip into it and just put it on the lash line, the lower lash. Okay, so since this look has like a ton of pink, bitch, we can never have too much pink. So I'm gonna pick up the NYX Vivid Brights pink eyeliner. And I think I'm just gonna do just like a simple liner. I don't think we're gonna do a wing. Okay, now for the bottom waterline, picking up the Wet n Wild pink eyeliner. This is gonna tie the whole look together. Ew. Okay, now let's do some mascara. So first I'm gonna start off with some primer. This is the Sills Booster from Lancome, and this has vitamins, so it it goes all the way under your cuticles of your eyelashes. So it's literally a conditioner for your freaking lashes. If you don't use primer, I highly recommend that you do, because I thought that shit was so stupid before I started working at Lancome, and now I understand. My freaking lashes are growing. And I'm not saying it makes your lashes grow, but it definitely helps protect the lashes from all that mascara and shit. So yes. So if you do use a primer, don't wait for it to dry. Immediately put on some freaking mascara. And I'm going to be using the Lancome Definicils mascara. And this is in the shade Black. And you literally just put don't put a whole bunch, but all you need to do is just cover the white from the primer. And then always, I go in with my CoverGirl mascara. I cannot help it. And I just brush through them. It just opens up my lashes a little bit more. Bronzer from my bronzer. Okay, we're gonna pick up a Lancome #1 brush with my Too Faced bronzer in the shade Gingerbread Tan, because I'm about to look like a gingerbread. Tastes good. And usually I just dip into it a little bit. There's literally barely any on the brush. Hello? I only use this brush on my cheekbones. I like how it makes the bronzer look. Then I'll go back in with the regular one that I usually use. Hit my nose, under my lip, and then a little bit on my forehead. Okay, we're gonna pick up that same Black Radiance powder. And we're creating that precise line. And I recently brought it up here just to make sure both contours are even. So it definitely helps with that. I know I look fucking crazy, but just so. Okay, for highlight, we're gonna pick up my favorite. This is the ColourPop highlight in the shade Flexitarian. Literally the most blinding highlight I've ever used, besides the one in the Tarte palette. This is one of my favorites. It's blinding. I'm just gonna put a little bit. I always say a little bit and I'm Let's go ahead and wipe this off. Look how precise that looks. And then I'll just blend it down. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. And I want to just like tap it in just to make sure it's not too harsh. You know what I mean? I don't want like a heavy ass contour. Okay, now I'm gonna pick up the let's not break it. I'm gonna pick up the Kate London blush in the shade Burnt. We're just gonna tap into it a little bit. Just put a little color on these cheeks. La la. La la. You so cute. Okay, if you guys know, you know I don't wear lipstick. I don't. That's never been my thing. Since I started working at Lancome, bitch, I know I keep saying it over and over and over, but I've discovered so many things that I like now. So it's time for lips. This is gonna be in this shade. This is Color Design in the shade 342, and this is a matte. Y'all just wait. It is such a beautiful shade. I've started wearing red lips. Y'all are not ready for these videos. Okay, I'm gonna pick up that same in Beauty Project Setting Mist. Okay guys, and that is the end of today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed the look that I created today. I'm super excited to be back, so make sure you guys subscribe and stay tuned because I definitely will be uploading more videos more frequently. And yeah,